Guys, we are here right now at Sadiyat Island and really excited because we're going to try the Robotaxi and someone is waiting with us and the Robotaxi will come in a while. So here is Mr. Dong. Hi, Mr.
Hi,
Dong.
good to see
How are
you.
you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you too. Okay. Mr. Dong, we're really excited about the Robotaxi.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, is this gonna be the first one that we're gonna ride?
Yes.
Oh my god. So guys, what do you mean about Robotaxi by the way?
Robotaxi is basically a car can operate without a human driver.
Did you hear that, guys? Without the human driver. So it's like the other brand.
Tesla is actually a little bit different because it operates on a lower level of technology. And you have to have the drivers to operate. But obviously, Tesla is not, they announced that they're going to actually
Oh my god, so you're gonna
launch.
so this gonna be the first time more than Tesla because Tesla needs to have a driver
Yes.
and this one doesn't need to have a driver at all. Wow, that's really cool. So we're waiting here and let's see. So people can sit without any driving license as well.
Well, I mean, the vehicles right now, we have safety drivers.
But they're not going to touch the steering wheel. Yeah, oh my god, I'm excited, guys. It's gonna be the first time it's only available here in Abu Dhabi. Let's go. So the car just arrived. Here you go. It's arriving. Look at that. There's a lot of cameras in front. Because it's gonna be south. I don't know. Do we call it south drive? Because there's gonna be no one will drive. So let's go, guys. We're gonna try. And let's see. Oh my god, so look at this, guys. So guys, now it is starting. So right now, he's handling the wheel.
He is not.
He's not handling the wheel? Oh my god, so look at that, guys. Show it. Okay, so we're going to the main road. And to the main road, how about if the speed limit is 140 kilometers? Can we also do that?
Our car is able to drive at up to a speed of 1 kilometers per hour. Yes, but for safety reasons, we currently operate at a maximum speed of around 110 on highway. Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me about a Robotaxi? What is Robotaxi all about?
Well, it's all about autonomous driving, right? It's about safety. You know that the autonomous driving system is actually 5 times safer than human drivers.
For real, 5 times safer.
Yes.
How did you say so?
Because our car is equipped with state-of-the-art sensors and lidars. They have very good perception and all that sensing stuff. So once they are very good at handling all the corner cases, all the different driving scenarios and environments on the road, and they will react quicker than human drivers. That's why they are safer.
And also, do you have your own application for the maps like Waze or Google Maps? What do you use? Because sometimes Google Maps will go to different places and Waze is kind of accurate. So which one do you use?
Well, for Abu Dhabi, we integrate our vehicles onto the Google platform. So we will use the underlying navigation that's on the platform.
Which is good, and it's gonna be quite accurate as well because it's super. Yeah.
And you can see from the screen, it's a tablet. Well, this one is for the driver to navigate through the different routes. These two tablets are meant for passengers. You can see that.
So this tablet are for the passengers. Look at
So you
this.
can see, the state of the vehicles and surrounding environments. And these information are all real time collected from the sensors and technology on the phone.
Wow, that's really great. And sometimes, for example, because the future is there's gonna be no driver will sit in front, right?
Yes.
But how about me as a client or a customer? Can I sit in front?
No, you're not.
No, you're not allowed.
allowed to.
But no one will sit there, so it's going to be scary, right?
Well, I mean, we have different redundancy systems in place, so the car is perfectly safe. Of course, before we launch the driverless operation, we have to go through different regulatory approvals and to get the regulators well, we have to submit different types of safety data as well. So once we launch driverless operations, rest assured that the operation is going to be very safe.
Yeah, how confident are you?
I'm very confident because we had started Robotaxi operation back in 2019.
2019.
So we have accumulated over 1,900 days of public road operations, and we have 0 active accidents.
Wow. And it's already happening here in Abu Dhabi since 2019, or when are you going to launch it, or it's already launched?
2019 we launched in China. And we started the operation here about 3 years ago. And we gradually built up the trust with local authorities and stakeholders, and then we got the first and only autonomous driving permit in the UAE.
But in the UAE, let me clarify. There's going to be no driver at all.
In the long term, yes, that's
going to be in the future.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, but right now there's going to be a driver, but no one's handling the steering wheel. Wow, that's really great. But kind of nervous, kind of scary at first. But you know what? If I were going to think about it, UAE, they really want to be number one. They really want to be in the futuristic. In the future for sure, the Robotaxi will have some like flying car as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really great. It's really nice. See?
And you cannot notice that no one's driving, right? It's very normal. It feels like human drivers handling.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Because in case see, later I'm going to ask the driver if he feels nervous as well.
You can go ahead.
And is it going to be expensive than a regular taxi or Uber?
We currently charge the same as the Uber X pricing.
Oh.
So it's not more expensive.
And also, in case that we're going to book it, do you also have different cars like for 6-seaters, 7-seaters, or 5-seaters?
Yes.
Yeah.
The other model we developed with Agility actually is a 7-seat MPV, so it's a larger model and can carry more passengers.
Wow. That's really cool. And who thinks about this? Like, okay, who got an idea to do this in the UAE?
Yeah, I mean, the regulators are really supportive. I think the Middle East region, especially Abu Dhabi, is one of the more open-minded cities in the world to support this type of vision.
This is only happening here in China and Abu Dhabi. Which part of the world as well? Which country do you do this as well?
We have testing and port operation in 30 cities over 9 countries.
Okay.
So not only here in Abu Dhabi, we also have operation obviously in China, and then we do businesses in Japan as well.
Oh.
And Singapore is one of our biggest hubs, and of course here UAE, and we also have some operation testing coming up in Saudi as well. And for European cities, we have operation and testing in Switzerland. And we did some demo rides in France back last year when they were having the French Open tennis match. And so yeah, we have very global company and have footprint on it.
Okay, that's really great. And guys, in case that you're going to book it in Uber, it's now available in Uber.
It is available.
But it's gonna be random. You're gonna be one of the lucky person if ever you're going to try it in Uber without, touching the steering wheel. Okay, so right now, how many kilometers are we driving? Can we see it here as well? It's gonna be 40 kilometers per hour. So 41 kilometers per hour, as you can see. What is the highlights of this, aside from not touching the steering wheel?
Well, I mean, the highlight is not touching the steering wheel.
Yeah, it is.
I would say, the experience, that how fully integrated this vehicle is to the Uber app. So you have exactly the same experience as calling a regular taxi, right? You don't feel any difference.
That is the goal. The goal is to feel like you're riding in a regular taxi or any Uber car, but no driver at all. But right now it's happening, as you told me, here in Abu Dhabi with the driver for now.
Yeah, for now.
But not the touching. I think better to see them. They have to tie their hands. I just because people will not notice that they are, not touching the steering wheel, or else they're going to check, they're going to see, and then see, as of now, but when are you going to do the thing that without the driver at all? When does
We're expecting this year. So when the driver is out of the vehicle, actually the passenger will experience a better experience. Like they have their own private space, so you can do your meetings, you can do calls, you can sing in the car without anyone else in the car. So you can. This is your own private space. So we think it's very unique experience.
So this is what will happen. For example, I already book it in Uber,
Yeah.
and then we just have to know the plate number because no one will call me.
Yes.
Hey, where are you? Which location? What if this is what happened? I book an Uber based on my experience. I book an Uber wrong location, and then who am I going to get in touch with to solve the problem?
Yes, we have customer service support in place. So in case of any issues that you mentioned or other emergencies, our local operator partners will be handling that for you. So they will be guiding you to pick up or drop off points and to solve if any there are any issues during the trip. They'll be able to help.
Wow, that's really great. So it's going to be 24/7 as well. So this Robotaxi will be available 24/7 as long as there's an Uber. It's 24/7. They
For
can do
now,
it.
it's from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But of course, the long-term vision is to expand service hours to full day.
Wow, that's really great and it's really cool. Are you also going to have like a high-end car in the future? Because when we say UAE, when we say the Abu Dhabi, Dubai, they are into sports car, they are into luxury vehicles. Are going to have that as well. Not just only like a taxi, but
Yeah, not in the short term, but obviously we are looking to explore other opportunities with different OEM manufacturers as well. So stay tuned, I guess.
they're just starting, guys. So in case that you want to book an Uber, so a lot of people will book an Uber right now just to try this for the future. How about for example, I'm here, there's no driver, how can I go into tell them? Can I also talk to them like Alexa, something like that?
No, we don't have that yet. But you can, there's different buttons on tablets that you can control. And in the newer model, you'll be able to adjust the AC and
The temperature, yeah.
Yes, and then, of course, because some of the functions will be disabled due to safety reasons.
Yeah.
For example, you cannot sit in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
But we have that in mind, and as we continue to get customer feedback, we'll be able to improve the functions and functionalities of the cars.
But that's gonna be a good idea as well, a good suggestion in case that I'm gonna be alone, I'm gonna be sitting here, and then I can talk to someone else here, right?
Yes.
But that's gonna be in the future. But right now, oh my God, how many kilometers? 93 kilometers per hour, and see, he's not even touching the wheel. 93 kilometers per hour. How about? So we really have to be specific on the place that we want to. So, and it's really accurate for the maps that they have, right? Wow.
Yeah, and it knows when to change the lanes and when to drive more aggressively or more conservatively. It's all embedded in the underlying algorithm.
Yeah, and see, in case that you're going to check this, all the cars are also, visible here. So they can see when to change the lane and everything. It's now 103 kilometers, 100 kilometers per hour. And you can just feel like you're just riding in a normal taxi, right?
Yeah. If you don't say something, I wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, actually it is. And also see, the brakes, when I'm driving, when you're stepping on the brake.
That's right. That's one of the biggest difference is that it drives more smoothly than human drivers. Because otherwise you will hit the brakes more often, right? But you don't experience that in an autonomous driving car.
Yeah, it is. And where are we heading now?
We're heading to Yas Island.
To Yas Island, okay.
We currently have operation on Yas Island, Sedia Island, and the airport. So tourists or other residents can travel among those islands using our cars.
Yeah, that's really great. That's really cool because most of the Uber car here are Lexus, something like that, right? But this one, they modified the whole thing into a Robotaxi. Yeah.
See, it's the surrounding environment changes, it knows how, when, and how to slow down the speed.
Yeah,
You can
I
experience
feel it. Yeah, it's very smooth, guys. As I said earlier, you're gonna be scared once you're going to see that there's no one is driving. But of course, as of now, they have a driver, but no one touching the steering wheel. So it's okay for the driver to sleep while
No, it's not. It's not. We have a rigorous driver management system that it can detect the behavior of the safety driver
Wow.
to make sure that there's no fatigue or he's not doing something that he's not supposed to do. Because for the time being, the regulations still requires the safety driver to be sitting in the car fully focused. So
Yeah.
anything that's against the safety guidelines is not allowed.
Yeah, so it's like an autopilot already, right? Can you show him his feet? I want to see his feet if he's touching something, if he's stepping on the, accelerator. Is he not? Wow, he's not touching the accelerator, and now we're 97 kilometers per hour. That's really cool. So it's gonna be a good thing as well for now for someone who's sitting in the driver's seat because they're not gonna be tired at all because it's just like okay, it's really cool.
And it's a good transition phase for the consumers. Given we are gonna roll out autonomous driving cars at a larger scale, we want to get the consumers comfortable with these types of products while we advance. So by placing a safety driver in the vehicle will help them with transitioning.
This is for now.
Yes.
Yeah. But this year, there's going to be no driver at all. No one will be sitting there. And you will see that the steering wheel is turning right and turning left. And they can do whatever they want here because they're alone. But there's going to be a lot of cameras.
No, well, we are thinking of if, for full driverless operations, we'll probably do something to prevent consumers from doing something that they're not supposed to do. Like you're not supposed to sit in the driver's seat. So we're gonna do something either from a structural perspective or from like a technical perspective to prevent that from happening. So making sure that the safety, of course, safety is our top priority.
Yeah. So for sure, someone, for example, I've been seated here in the driver's seat. It will not start for sure.
No.
Because for the safetyness of all the passengers inside.
And outside. Right?
And outside, you're right. So zero accident from 2019, even in China, even here in Abu Dhabi, globally. Wow, that's really great. And so I can see in the future, no one will drive. So aside from this Uber right now, in the future, are you also going to sell a car? Just a car without
just consumers for now.
Yeah.
That's not something that we're going to do in the future. So our customers are mainly enterprises in the private sector, in the public sectors, not the 2C business.
Okay. We can see here how many minutes it will take to be in the Yas world. Here's the ETA. 9.4 kilometers. 9 minutes. So we're gonna be there in 9 minutes. See the view here as well in Abu Dhabi. You really can, relax, feel the view outside while you are sitting in a Robotaxi. It's really, really futuristic. Because you're the one who's always riding here, so I can see that you're really relaxed. You're really, you really feel comfortable with this because it's gonna be the first time. Of course, it's just like I'm just checking if the driver is touching, but still, no, they're not.
It's a very unique experience, especially there are not lots of autonomous driving cars driving on the highway.
Yeah, it is.
So it's kind of a one of a kind experience for riders.
But what if there's gonna be an accident in front and we are going so fast?
Oh, well, I mean, first of all, the system is going to kick in, right? If it detects an accident in front of the vehicle, it will obviously slow down the vehicle and it will pull over. And the other thing is we have something called remote driver assistance. So right now, there's someone sitting behind the wheel. We don't need that. But once the driverless operation starts, there will be someone sitting in the remote control room. They will be monitoring the status of the vehicles. They will not be controlling the vehicle, But if there's any accidents or incidents coming up, the vehicle will hint the person sitting in the remote center to take over or to take a look at what's going on.
Okay, that's really great. I'm really excited to wait to ride the Robotaxi without the driver. So I hope in case that it will happen, and in case that it's going to be happening in this year, right? So yeah, is there any option that we can choose in Uber to ride the Robotaxi? Because you told me earlier it's random,
It's
right?
random for now.
In the future.
In the future, there might be other options to choose if you want to manually choose to ride in and autonomous driving.
Yeah, autonomous driving. Yeah, that's really good. So they can detect anything. Like for example, how about if it happens like there's a flat tire? So they have to call. We have to call the.
Yes. So every day when the car starts the operation, there will be people checking the status of the vehicles. That includes doing maintenance stuff, right? They will check if the tires are okay. And during the trip, we have this the fleet management system, which at the back end they will be able to detect if there's low electricity level or there's a flat tire, and they will be able to see that from that system.
Is this electric?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow, that's electric. Because I'm gonna ask, what if it's running out of gas?
No.
What if it's running out of the battery as well?
So we do charging every day after the service has ended. And we also have different charging shifts during the day to make sure that the battery level is okay.
For example, the battery percentage is low, so it will not work. I mean,
But it will not happen because we check the battery level
You check everything before.
the car moves.
yeah, and look at that. As you can see, the indicator is also automatic. If they're going to turn right,
Yes.
or if they're going to turn left, there's going to be an indicator. It's really safe, and there's going to be, a voice, something here that is telling you to fasten the seatbelt. Who's not having a seatbelt?
Maybe because you're like
I'm
forward,
leaning, okay.
so it's telling you to not do that.
Okay, so that's great, because if something is happening, they're going to tell you to do the things, which is things that you have to do inside the vehicle because it's for the safety purposes.
Yes.
But brother, you're okay?
Yes, please.
Are you scared?
No.
No.
Not really.
So our very experienced safety drivers, we actually went through a very rigorous training program with them to make sure they are comfortable and they're familiar with the product.
Yeah. That's really cool. But this is just only until this year, because within this year as well, you're not going to be here. You're not going to train anyone. You're going to only, check the cars, if the car is really running well or not. Yeah. For example, someone will hit the car because, they are very, very fast, and then they're going to hit us. What will happen?
Yes. So if there's the safety driver in the car, you will be able to handle that, right? You do the routine procedure like call police and send the alert to WeRide and Uber and our operational partner. If we go into driverless phase, if the car got hit by another car, the system will send an alert to the operational center, so we can send someone to the car to make sure that this issue is fixed.
Okay, if no one is, sorry, I didn't get that. If no one is driving there and then it will hit by the car, who will call? Or there's going to be a
Either
sensor?
the passenger will send a message to the customer service team, or the car itself will be able to detect.
Okay, the car itself will be able to detect. Okay, that's great. Because, but accident really happens in anywhere. So there's going to be like 1%, 2% that might happen, right? But as of now, 100%, there's no accidents happening. And also here in Abu Dhabi, they're very strict in driving. That's why I think not all countries can be, we can put the Robotaxi, right? Because especially in this kind of country, we can. because Abu Dhabi, almost all the drivers are disciplined.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has very good infrastructure that supports
Yes.
the scalable deployment of Robotaxi.
Also in Japan, as we can see, right? So that's why some specific cities that you can put the Robotaxi, and it's really, really cool, very futuristic. 1 minute and we're gonna be here at Yas Island. And see this. Ta-da! What is this? Sorry.
This is actually
There is an emergency button here. So
Yes.
this is for what? Like for example, there's an accident.
Yes.
Actually, this is what I want to ask earlier. Like if no one is driving and then I want to call, what if I don't have recharge whatsoever? So there's an emergency button. Can I try to press it?
Yeah. You cannot, no, you cannot press it now. And right now it's not, it's hidden because there's a driver in the, behind the wheel, so we don't need this. But for driverless, yes, this will come here.
It's really cool, right? There's an emergency button here. This is what I want to ask earlier. Like, can I press somewhere else? And there is. So we already ride.
Yes.
And then how we're going to pay? Or we have to pay it before?
You pay it the same as you pay
Cash.
you pay cash?
Like, sometimes.
I mean, for credit card, it's fine. I mean, if you link it to the Uber app. But today we did it manually because we want to make sure that you get the Robotaxi. But usually, if you randomly assign you with a Robotaxi, you just pay it by Uber app.
By the Uber app. Okay, that's really great. But I think on the Uber, we can also pay cash, right? As of now. But this one should be paid because no one will give you change as well.
That is right. That is right.
Yeah, that's really cool. See, I thought there's a wine here inside. But there's an emergency. At least everyone knows the specification here inside as well. There's going to be two screens here as well. You can see how many kilometers you're going to run, and we can also see here how much we're going to pay.
It should be on the Uber app. So
But on the Uber app, there's gonna be a range. Like for example, 100 to 150, something like this.
Yes. It will. I think it will authorize your credit card first, right, and then return if it overcharges you or charge you if it's actually
Yeah,
higher
actually
than
it is.
estimated.
So let's go outside. Let's check what's the exterior of this car as well. Let's go, Mark. Let's see. There's gonna be a specific drop-off points with this.
Yes. So we currently have a few drop-off points across Yas and Satya, and we're gonna expand the number of those drop-off points so more people can experience our Robotaxi.
Yeah, but as like an Uber taxi, like for example, I want to go to my friend's house, and there's gonna be
A drop-off point.
drop-off point.
Yes.
So what will happen?
So if there is a drop-off point that supports autonomous driving, you'll be able to get one of our.
Okay. So that's why it's now random. Because if there's a drop-off points nearby to that location,
Yes.
they can drop right. Okay. So most of the time right now, airport, yes, island malls. Yeah. Okay, that's really great. It's really, for now, it's really specific to the places. So, people who's watching this now will be excited in the future that, wow, before we're just thinking about it, we're just seeing it in the movie, and now it's happening here in Abu Dhabi. We're seeing in TikTok that there's a Robotaxi in China without driver, and now, this year, it will happen here in Abu Dhabi. If this is your own car, you can drive it by yourself.
Yes, that's good.
It will be automatic when you touch the wheel. It's automatic because it's not like I want to go there to a specific place, and then what will happen is because it's turning right, but I touch the steering wheel, I turn left. No, it's just like no. So once you touch the steering wheel, it will let you control him. It will let you control the car.
There's a way to do the intervention, so the driver can manually take it if you want.
Okay, so you just have
But
to press
usually
something.
they are now not allowed to.
Yeah, because it's Robotaxi, it's only the car itself. Okay, let's go outside and see the exterior of this car. Wow, look at this car. So, available in Uber, guys. And as you can see here, there's going to be a lot of sensors, right?
Yes.
So sensors here, and this is also camera or just only a sensor?
This is camera and that is LiDAR.
What is that?
That is LiDAR. So it has like a better perception of
Oh, so this is a radar as well.
Yes.
That they can see.
and then this is blind spot LiDAR just to see what's going on inside.
Okay, if there's going to be a car at the side,
That's
so
right.
they can detect.
And there's cameras here.
Camera in front as well. Yeah.
They're all around the aspect something.
Okay, that's really cool. Just only in Abu Dhabi mobility. So, guys, everyone from Abu Dhabi, I think Abu Dhabi wants to beat Dubai as well. You know, Dubai doesn't have it for now, but in the future they're going to have it. I think, especially now there's going to be a casino in Ras Al Khaimah in the future. So there's going to be a lot of Robotaxi in the future.
Yes.
But right now, randomly in Uber. Wow. How does that sound? See, he can drive it manually. That's fine.
Yep.
But most of the time, because it's also case to case scenario, right?
Yes.
But most of the time, no at all.
So now it's on duty. He will switch to the autonomous driving mode.
Ah, you're going to switch it. We have to press it.
It's because this is the unmapped area.
Ah, okay.
Because this area is parking lot, we manually drove here to get the
Yeah, that's what I'm asking earlier because on Google Maps, something like that, you're going to the different places. But this one, if it's unmapped, you can use it manually. But what if? I have a question. What if no one is driving and we are in unmapped location?
That is not gonna happen because we have like this underlying line that will prevent the cars to go into and
Unmapped, yeah. Actually, I've been riding Uber here as well, and it's really, mapped, and they're not going to bring you to the places where you don't know.
Mhm.
That's what we're talking about. That Abu Dhabi is really, roads are really paved, so they're not going through the places where it's not paved, right? So if there's gonna be no driver at all, this one will not be here. Just only this.
Mhm.
That's yeah. Oh brother. Now I'm gonna be sitting here and I'm going to feel if it's gonna be scary or not. So let's go. Show me your feet. So it's only, it's also normal specification of the cars, but no one is there. Wait. So is there a way, like for example, from end to end of Abu Dhabi, I'm going to ride this. And what if end to end places of Abu Dhabi, there's Robotaxi stop points, and here is stop points, and along the way I want to pee and I want to stop on one of the points. Is that possible?
You mean?
Like for example, from here, from Lilac going to Yas, I'm on the way, right?
Yep.
But at the middle of that, there's going to be a stopping point, and I want to stop there just for something to do or to pick up something. I can also
Right
do that.
now, it's not supported,
Mhm.
but I mean, this feature might come up in
Yeah,
future
in the
versions.
future, yes. It's really nice. And grabe, we're now going here back to, this is also Yas, right?
Yes.
We're now going
Oh,
back.
this is Sadia.
We're now going back to Sadiyat, and we're safe. It's just like, oh my God. What if I'm going to touch it? Of course, it's gonna be an accident. I'm I'm not gonna do that. It's only for the safety. That's why the driver is also here for now, but not touching it anything. Wow. Thank you so much. So when I'm going out and no one is here, thank you so much. I will just stop. And see, there's also a lot of sensors here and camera in front of the driver's seat and the passenger seat. So I can also touch this. Is this? What is this? So
It's the roof.
all that's the roof.
I don't know if it's
Is it
just
working?
disabled it.
Yeah, but see, it's also the same specification of the same car that you are driving. But the thing is, they just enhance it into being a robotaxi. That's really cool. Yeah, this is really cool. I hope we're going to have it in the whole world. So someone is speaking. We're already here at the destination, and I hope sooner I can also speak to them. Like, okay, and then, yeah, it's gonna be possible in the future for sure because this is really really futuristic, and you know, there's here in UAE, and now it's 2025. Nothing is impossible. Our limitation is only our mind. Yeah, that's Robotaxi. Wow. So see, even turning left, and there's a people in front of us. Yeah, and the sensor, you can hear the sensor. So thank you so much for driving us here, and thank you so much for Robotaxi. Now we're going to try to sit at the driver's seat. Let's go. Yeah, grabe. You know what? This Robotaxi is really, really amazing because actually no one is driving, no one is, stepping the accelerator. At ayun, grabe, nakaka-excite. Pero, at first, it's going to be scary because actually this is going to be the first time that no one is driving at all. And then this year, no one will be at the driver's seat at all. Let's see this. Let's check. So look at this. Thank you so much, brother. Is it gonna be available here for all the time? No. So see. Oh my God. Look at this. And let's open it. Talaga may mga lalagyan lang pala dito. So, ayan, look at this. You can see the sensor here with this car. Talagang all the specifications with this car will be, same thing, but Robotaxi, accelerated this car. So, thank you so much, Mr. Dong, for a nice experience with the Robotaxi because, you know what, futuristic and it's scary at first, but when you tried it, my God, it's really cool. Yeah, thank you so much. And I hope there's going to be a lot of fleet. And I hope you extend not just only in Abu Dhabi, but also in Dubai. So thank you. Bye-bye.